Good morning from Brazil. Today I decided to go to padaria, or like coffee shop, a place where they are baking bread and croissants, and it's not that far from the house. So I'm waiting for my girls, for my friends, and we will make some program for kids for Sunday school. So what I wanted to say that here in Brazil, I would say it's pretty difficult to find a good place with a very good coffee from the coffee machine, because most of the cafeterium they just serve, regular coffee. Even though Brazil exports the coffee, I would say that maybe in São Paulo, because of the competition, you can find very good coffee, but in smaller cities it's much more difficult, and most of those places do not have a good coffee machine. So in this place, in this spot, it's really good, and plus they're serving freshly baked sweets. Especially I love the croissant. The croissant here is really delicious. Yeah, and I would say that for the past few years, I noticed that in Brazil, croissants are not that popular. I have a feeling because it's much more difficult to make them. That specific dough with the butter, with layers, like, I'm not really sure actually how to say in English, but the layered one. So here, yeah, it's not that popular. But now, let's say this year, I can see that more cafeteriums are like that, opening. And yeah, here behind me there is the scarf with it's written Polska. So anyways, I'm not in Poland, I'm 100% in Brazil. Okay, just in this padaria, in this coffee shop, there are, let's say, on the walls, the decorations from different parts of the world. So that's why I got lucky to sit close to Poland. Poland souvenir. Look at this delicious stuff, all fresh. Here's some croissants, and here is the pastel de nata. It's the dessert of Portugal, but here also they make it really yummy, delicious. Here is the name of this coffee shop, of this cafeterium. If you will look in Foz do Iguaçu for the good one, so this is the name of it. Today we have gathering at our church with women, with sisters. So we're gonna talk about some things, just communicate, and every sister brought something. Some sweets, some salty things. I made tiramisu yesterday. Here we go. Yeah, so we're just gonna enjoy our communication, and here are some of our sisters. Beautiful women. We were talking about time, how important the time is, especially nowadays, right? And so after communication, we will have some games and some sweets, some stuff. Also, we're gonna exchange some gifts. Yeah, so this is our wonderful time at church. It's me. I got here to see the beautiful sunset, but while I was walking, and walk like from my house is about like 1 hour and something in a few minutes. So while I was walking, the sky got a lot of the sky got gray. So I think maybe it's gonna rain. Not sure, but let's see. Google shows rain, but until now it's fine. Only some clouds. However, on the other side is Paraguay, and hopefully I'm still gonna see some sunset. Yeah, and what I wanted to say that yeah, these few days, a bit cooler than last week. Last week was about plus 35, plus 38 Celsius. Was very hot. These few days was cooler, which is great, and pretty soon there's gonna be autumn here, because in South Sphere there will be autumn, no spring. I'm still, even though after a few years living in Brazil, still trying to get used to it. And like all my relatives, everyone was saying like happy spring days, happy International Women's Day, happy spring days. Most of the time, most of the Russian speaking people, like they say, they celebrate spring, especially in International Women's Day. Yeah, but for me it's pretty weird to hear, because here is not spring, here is gonna be autumn pretty soon. However, yeah, it is what it is. So we're just enjoying what we have. And if there will be no beautiful sunset, I'm just gonna enjoy beautiful clouds and singing of or screaming of parrots. I would like to share with you my little disappointment. So, me and my husband, we play guitars. And my husband is left-handed, so it's a bit difficult for me. Not a bit, it's very difficult for me, because let's say if you have one guitar, you need to change the strings all the time in order to play the guitar. Because for my husband, let's say he to play like more professionally, he needs to change strings the way left-handed people play. And then he can play the guitar for the right-handed people, but it's more difficult for him because he doesn't know all chords, how to put it. So let's say as he is playing more often, the guitar most of the time stays as for the left-handed person, and it's like he's playing on like another way around, and strings are also changed another way, which is like for me impossible to play. And then what he did, he decided just to buy the second guitar for me, even though I don't really play very often, but still it's good to have the second guitar. So he bought for Christmas as a Christmas gift for me. And then after a while, like while I was playing and so on, the guitar got a problem. The bridge, which is holding strings, got broken, and I think the glue like dried, and then it just got off the guitar. However, I'm gonna show you what happened. And then we sent this guitar to the special person who fixing guitar. The name of that person, or yeah, the name of professional is luthier. We found here in Foz do Iguaçu. I have a feeling that he's the only one here. And yeah, I'm gonna tell you about my disappointment in professionalism of some people. Let me show you what happened first. So this is the bridge. This part got broken and it got off the guitar. So we sent first time to this person, to luthier, and then he has these parts. Mostly it's like it's not very difficult thing to fix. It's kind of like an often thing which happens to guitars. So most of them, they have like this part prepared. Yeah, so he glued this part and sent the guitar back. Let's say we just ordered taxi and sent. I mean, my husband first he explained the situation, then we got it back by taxi. Once it arrived, so first of all, luthier, he didn't put strings on the guitar. Okay, fine, no problem. Like we can do it. Not a big deal, you know. However, when we start putting strings, we realized that two holes here were missing. So my first question was like, okay, you glued the part, but I mean, you could check if everything is fine, right, in this thing. So I was trying to make these two holes at home, but because I don't have specific tools for that, like I was trying with what I have, but this wood start like cracking a little bit. You know, when you start pushing with force, it's not good. So I just decided, okay, I don't want to take a risk. Like I don't want to break anything. So I'm just gonna let it. I'm gonna send it back, let him finish his job properly, and that's it. So, okay, the job was done. He didn't put strings back because my husband puts he put how many? Like 4. He put 4 strings and 2 was missing because those holes were missing. Okay, the guy didn't put those strings. No problem. We put it at home and then new problem arrived. I find out that the first string me is like once you start pushing it, you know, when you're playing, it's making like extra sounds. Like, you know, if you would play something metal, like zing, 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 like it's not really nice sound. So why it happens that way? Because like luthier, he has to fix this part as well. This part is kind of in charge for the height, how high the string is from this part of the guitar. All right, so this one, I'm sorry, it was very low. So once you're pressing, it was making extra sounds. So he has to just lift up a little bit this part, or on that side as well, it's the same part. So we sent the guitar back and then he fixed it. Okay, and then the guitar came back today, came home again. And then there is a new problem. What I find out today, look at this. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. The bridge, like it was here for 1 week and a half, I guess. And now you see the glue is already out and it's from both sides. It's like here is a bit better. But because of the strings, because of the force of the string, it's like it's pulling, you know. So the glue has to be like really strong here, and he had to fix it, and he had to check how he done his job, what was done. Let's say he had to double check what he've done. But as you see, there are some professionals that unfortunately are pretty careless. Yeah, so the guitar came home, and of course, every time I'm paying for the taxi, back and forth. To fix this bridge here in Brazil, I paid $40. I mean, it's not like super expensive, but still, let's say it's a small piece of wood, and only professional can do it. Like, I don't have any tools to make it at home. Okay, and then taxi every time, back and forth. So, if it would be one time, it's one thing, but this is going to be already third time when I'm sending back the guitar. And my disappointment here is, like, if you're a professional, you need to double check your job, how it's done, right? So, yeah, today I wrote to him, I sent to him pictures again, and then I explained to him the situation, and I said that, my friend, I guess you will be the one who will pay the taxi this time. And please double check your job, because it's like it's not possible. And here in Brazil, of course, let's say, not of course, here in Brazil, people are not really kind of like straightforward, and people do not prefer to fight and so on. But I mean, I was not planning to fight, don't get me wrong. But you know, when you already kind of like having an attitude to say like, come on, my friend, please, please, it's like very simple thing to do. Please double check, you know. But yeah, so I kindly, gently explain again the situation, but I said you will be the one who will pay for the taxi. So, and please just do it properly, because like, you know, for 1 week and a half, almost 2 weeks to fix one thing and then 3 times remake it, it's a bit too much. So he agreed, and then, yeah, he said he's gonna fix it, and next week I can take it back. Yes, guys, so here is the lesson. Of course, I understand if he is only the one here in the city, that's why he really doesn't care the way he's doing the job, because he's always having customers. But let's say what I learned from this situation, that if you are a great professional, like doesn't matter what you do, you always have a list of customers, because people okay to pay money. Let's say even if you would say like it costs more than that to fix this thing, but like with one thing, with one time it's done, I don't mind to pay. But when you doing like redoing many times the job, it's kind of like make you angry. And of course, like I will never suggest him to someone else if someone will ask here in the city, because it's like it's just a headache. And plus I was thinking, he is losing the time, he is losing as well his money, because he could make something else. And me as well. I'm losing my time, I'm losing my money as a customer. Come on, you know? Yeah, however, it's an experience. Not 100% positive, but I still hope for the better, that is going to be done, and that I can play again next week. So that's my thing to share with you today.